Hello everyone. In this video we will learn how to navigate through the METAVRSE Engine interface. This allows you to create new projects, manage teams, and use workspaces. The first screen you will see is a login screen. Here's where you will use your credentials or create a new account. Then you will jump to this scene here where you can see all your projects. I don't have any project right now, so I can't see anything. Then you can see the details of your account, your subscriptions. You can see the marketplace in case you need a new workspace for your team or you need a booster pack for more storage, more projects, or anything you need. You can also manage your organizations, which are something very specific for big teams. You can also see your workspaces, and here's where you will add teammates to your workspaces. So here, for example, if I click this one, I can see the details of the workspace. I can also change the name, and I can add teammates here. The teammates you add here will be able to see the projects you have in this workspace. And the way you navigate through these workspaces is by going to this button here, and you can just click any of them, and it will take you to that workspace, and you can see those projects that are included there. So the first thing we will do is go to the Projects tab and click the plus button to create a new project. Here you will choose the name of the project and choose which project type you want. You have only public in this case. When you're working with multiple teammates, you can choose other types of privacy. Then just click create and wait. When you create a new project, you'll be taken to the editor, where you can work on your projects. Let's see what this interface can tell us. The first space on the left is where you can see a list of all the items that you have on your 3D world. Next to it, we have multiple icons which are used to add items to your scene, just as videos, lights, cameras, HUD elements, groups, and primitives. The second space in the middle is where you can create 2D HUDs. On the bottom left, we have the Assets window, where you can see your imported assets that are part of the project, but not necessarily part of the 3D scene. Next to it, we have the Configurations window, which is something very special for this METAVRSE engine. This is where you will add behavior to the elements of your project. Next to it, we have the 3D viewer, where you can navigate through your scene and interact with the objects. On the bottom, we have an extra assets window where you can preview your assets. Next to it, in another tab, you have the console, where you can see the state of the project. The last window on the right is Inspector. This window will change depending on what you have selected on your scene. Let's import some assets now. To do that, click the Import button on the top and select the files that you want to import. Then click the Upload button. When importing different files, you can create a new folder to have better organization on your project. Select Add New Folder and change the name. Then click the Upload button. To use an object from your assets, drag it from the Assets window to the scene or the viewer. To navigate in the 3D viewer, use your left click to rotate, use the right click to move, and use the scroll wheel to zoom in and zoom out. You can interact with your 3D model by using the gizmos or transformation tools on the top right of the 3D viewer. You can move it around. You can change the size. And you can also rotate it. Another way to do this is by using the inspector on the right. Change the values to make adjustments. You can do that by using your scroll wheel or dragging around with your mouse. You can also change manually the numbers. Let's play with the textures now. To do that, select your 3D model, then go to the Meshes tab. In this tab, you will see different ways to interact with your 3D model. Let's go to the Materials tab. In this, you will see that the names also match the prefix of the textures. This is the easiest way to assign textures. To use textures on your model, make sure that the suffix of the texture match the option on the right. For example, base color is also known as albedo. Just drag the texture and drop it on the right option. Repeat for the rest of the textures. Now, let's play with the lighting to have better vision of our model. To add a light, click the light icon. To move it, you can use the gizmos by selecting the light and dragging. And you can also use the inspector to change the position. You can also change the color of the lighting and the intensity to make it brighter. Now that we have our scene ready, let's publish. By publishing, you will have a link that you can share so others can see your project. By using this link, others will be able to see your project, but won't be able to make changes to it. Now, every time you make a change to your project, make sure to publish to see the changes reflected on the published version.